counselor of the counseling services. I have one semester of training under faculty's. I work under faculty supervision. If you would like, we can meet for once a week for 30 minutes during the week. Everything you say is confidential, but I'm forced to break confidentiality if you're a harm to yourself, a harm to others, or if you're unable to take care of yourself. You have the right to refuse treatment. Do you have any questions? So what brings you in today?
Well, I'm here today because I have like a childhood friend. We grew up together and we were like best friends. And now that I'm attending school, I don't really talk to her much, and I don't think she makes an effort to hang out if I have time to hang out. And it's just frustrating because I don't know how to address the situation.
Okay. So it seems like you had this friend from when you were younger for a while, it seems, and you're feeling like frustrated with the fact that you don't get to see her, spend as much time with her as you would like.
Well, not really frustrated, but more like sad that we don't really hang out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was just wondering if it's something because I'm attending school now, or, because my schedule's pretty tight, like I work and I go to school, and I see that I try to make the time, but she apparently has no time.
Okay. And your friend, does she go to school or does she work or no?
No, she does have a child, but she doesn't go to school.
And you feel sad because you don't get to see her, but you feel like she's not making an effort as well to see you, or is it that you just think you both don't have time and that's why you guys can't see each other?
Well, her child is like 4 years old, and initially when I started coming to school, she started changing, and I don't know why basically. So I just started noticing subtle tone of voice or avoiding calls and stuff like that. So it kind of made me curious as to why when I started attending college, she just suddenly changed.
Right. And you said that when her child was born, she started changing like her attitude. So like other than her tone of voice and like the phone calls, what else do you think started changing? What do you mean by changing?
Well, not when her child was born. It was more like after I started attending school. She just wouldn't. She'd be like snotty, like her tone of voice, that she wouldn't really care to hear anything that's going on in my life. Meanwhile, she'll tell me about her problems and stuff like that. So I started to pretty much wonder why she's treating me like that.
Yeah. And why do you think like that she started giving you, acting weird towards you when you started going to school?
That's why I'm curious. I have no clue.
And how does it make you feel that she started acting different towards you? She started treating you differently when you started going to school?
Confused. I was confused because I didn't know. And I don't like to assume things, so I really try not to think negatively of anybody. So that's why I don't know how to address it. I don't want her to be upset with me, like even more. So.
And in the past, when you guys had talked, before you started going to school or before she had a child and started working and you started going to school and working, you said that she makes it like about her problems and doesn't really seem to like want to listen to your problems. So has she always been like that? Like, did she always just talk about her problems, or did she used to care about yours too?
No, we always had like a good friendship. We supported each other and everything. It was just when I started going to school, like she just wasn't interested in my life anymore.
So after you started going to school, she started acting differently towards you. Did she ever have the opportunity to go to school, or is something that she just wasn't interested in?
Well, she never expressed that she was interested in it. As far as opportunity, I don't really know. She never talked about it.
Do you think that she might act differently for you, like going to school because she wishes she could go to school, or?
I think I've never known her to be like that, so I wouldn't assume that.
Right. And then, what are some things that you do like that takes up your time, that makes it like hard for you to see her?
Well, I make time to see her because she's the one that basically puts me off. So I've actually had the time, and she's just like, oh, I can't see you today, or I can't talk right now, and then just basically ignores like phone calls and stuff. Or that I'm assuming
have you ever tried talking to her about this? Like, ever tried reaching out to her and saying, like, what's going on? Like, we used to be so close, and now I feel like you're drifting away from me, or...
No, I've never, well, actually I've never really had the time to, but then again, I don't know what to say to her. Because it could be that she's just busy, and then I bring it up to her, and then, like, what are you talking about, you know?
Right. And if you could, you know, talk to her and ask her why your friendship was drifting and going in separate ways, what do you think, like, you would say to her?
If I would bring it up to her, what would I say to her? I would ask her, what's going on in her life, what makes her so busy, and then I would try to address, my issue.
And do you guys have any friends together, like any common friends
Oh,
between the both of you?
Mhm.
And do they like feel like the same thing happens with them? Like she doesn't try to talk to them as much anymore either, or it's just with you? Have you tried talking to them
No,
about
I
it?
haven't.
Do you think that you could try to talk to them about it, or?
Well, I could try, but I wouldn't want to kind of stir up some gossip and let her hear it from somebody else's mouth. I would rather, if you need to address it, just don't know how to go about it.
Okay. So it seems like you're upset that you and your friend used to be able to see each other more, spend more time together, and now after you went to school and you're going to school and working, and she has a child of her own to take care of, and you feel like that friendship is kind of drifting apart. Is that right? And you don't know how to address it with her. You don't know how to tell her, hey, I think that our friendship is drifting apart, without getting her upset, or you think that you would assume too much. And have you tried to talk, not to your mutual friends about it, but have you tried like to talk to anybody, maybe at your house about it, like just get it off your chest?
No, not really. They wouldn't understand, I guess.
And why do you think they wouldn't understand?
Because the people I live with don't really have childhood friends. Like my mom doesn't have any childhood friends that she keeps in touch with. Whereas I was raised with this girl and she's like a family member. So it wouldn't be as important to her.
Right. So you think that it would be harder for like other people to understand because they didn't have the same friendships growing up, and you grew up like your whole life with this girl. I could see like that would be upsetting, hard to deal with, Is there anything other than her friendship, like in her friendship with you, that you've noticed things changing, like her attitude, her tone of voice, the phone calls, her making everything about her? Is there anything else that has been changing with her? Like anything she's had to deal with that you know of, or that could lead her to this change?
Not really the same. She pretty much complains about the same thing. The boyfriend, the child, and the stress, the baby stress and stuff. But after we speak, she doesn't really care about what's going on in my life, so I don't really bring up anything about me. Or if I have, she'll just brush it off. So I pick up again.
And how does it make you feel that you feel like she doesn't care? Like before you said, it makes you upset that she doesn't care about your problems and she makes all her problems about her. How does it make you feel, like you were saying, you feel like you don't want to make it about you. You don't want to make the conversation about you. So how does that make you feel?
That I don't want to make the conversation about me.
Yeah, like does it make you frustrated that you can't talk to your friend, or does it make you...
It's more concerned. I'm more concerned about what's the change versus really talking about anything about me. Because I see the difference in her attitude. So that's really what's concerning, because I've called just to see if I get the same treatment. And I'll wait like 3 weeks and the same thing. So.
And when you say that you wait 3 weeks, like is that 3 weeks without talking to her? And does she bring it up, like, you haven't talked to me in 3 weeks, or does she kind of just not acknowledge the fact that you guys haven't been talking?
Yeah, she doesn't acknowledge it. It just we start where we left off. We're like, okay, talk to you later. And then we'll go back to talking about things that are pertaining to her life, pretty much. And I'll listen, and we'll talk for a little bit about her issues, and she'll go, oh, I'll call you back, and then she doesn't call back. So then I give her the necessary time. And then I'll call back, and it's pretty much the same cycle, it's just the treatment that I don't understand.
What are some ways that you think like you could address it without her being upset? Like, have you thought of any ways you could try to talk to her, like take her out to lunch or anything like that?
Well, I thought about it, but then I wonder if her schedule would be tied up because she works and she has kids. But maybe I could try that. Maybe I could go out to eat or something. But I don't know how she'll take it if I do bring it up and then she just denies it. I just feel like it'll be a lose-lose either way. And I just don't know if I should just not call her anymore, not deal with her anymore. Just, address it. And then either way, forget about it or something.
So if you were to, you were saying like you don't know if you should just not call her anymore and just like kind of leave it alone. If you were to do that, like how do you think your life would be like different? Like how do you think it would feel to not have her there at all?